What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Sports Geek. My name is Errol. Thank you for joining. Well, guys, this is what it looks like. Here you go. Let's have at it. Let me share some screens. Biggity bam. There we go. Like I said, if I were a betting man, not that I condone gambling, but except for Houston, I was running everything else. But remember, I did say I wanted Detroit to win. I said, it'd be cool if Detroit took down the Astros. And I did say they're going to win game one. I just wasn't sure about game 2 or 3. But Detroit did it. They're on. They're going to play Cleveland. The Mets won tonight, 4-2. I mean, I hate the fact that Pete Alonso put them ahead. I can't stand Pete Alonso, but Mets are moving on, right? Mets versus Phillies, Yankees versus KC, San Diego versus the Dodgers, and once again, Detroit versus Cleveland. So that's the bracket. That's what's going on. The division series is set. I mean, you can't ask for anything more. It's been a really exciting division series, wild card series. The division series coming up now. The wild card has just been very exciting. There's a lot of good teams, a lot of Cinderella teams that you would never think about even making it. So the fact that they got this far, listen, hats off to them, right? Actually, why am I even doing that? Let's just go like this. That's all the teams out there that, got the division series. So let's talk about each team and let's see how they're going to stack up, right? So before I get into predictions on these series that are coming up. So once again, with the Yankees versus Royals, I think the only thing stopping the Yankees from beating the Royals are the Yankees themselves. I'm not worried about the Royals. I'm not worried about the Guardians. I'm not worried about Detroit. I'm not worried about any team. Mets, Phillies, Dodgers, Padres. I think that the Yankees need to show up or show out. So what I mean by that is the Yankees offense tends to disappear during the playoffs. Don't know why, but it just does. So I'm not too worried about the starting pitching. I'm a little bit worried about the bullpen because I watched an interview with Aaron Boone today. This was did an interview a couple days ago or a day ago, and they were asking him about, is Luke Weaver the closer? And he's like, well, yeah, I mean, he's earned it. He's done some good things, but I might have to use him in the 7th inning, because I need to get some outs. Dude, when I heard that, I honestly wanted to throw up in my car. I want to pull over. I want to throw up all over the place. This guy has got to go. Aaron Boone has got to go. Luke Weaver is your closer. There is no other closer. He's not your 7th inning guy. Your 7th inning guy is Hamilton, Hill, as in Tim Hill, Cousins, because he'll be back, and Canely. You use any one of those for 6, 7, and 8. It's that simple. It's that simple. No Tim Meza. No, what's the other one? Leiter. No, not him. And no Clay Holmes. The only way you use Clay Holmes is if you have you're winning 8-0 in the bottom of the 7th or some crap like that. And maybe you want to get him some work, you throw him in the 8th. And what's good is if Clay Holmes gives up a couple of hits in the grand slam, you take his ass out and you bring Weaver in for 4 or 5 outs for the 8th and 9th. That's it. That's it. It's that simple. The fact that he said he might use him for the 7th inning, and check it out, guys. It's on YouTube. I'm not making this up. It got me sick. It got me sick. There is no reason to use Luke Weaver except as your closer. Done. He is the closer. Whether you all want to address, I don't know the loyalty. What is the loyalty to Clay Holmes right now? He's not coming back. He's going to want closer money. The Yankees are trying to sign Soto. Where's this money coming from? I don't get it. I don't get it. He's not coming back. And you know what? Let me stop for a second. It wouldn't surprise me if the Yankees do bring his dumb ass back. And Glaber, for all we know. It wouldn't shock the shit out of me if they did that, because they do some stupid shit sometimes. It's beyond me. Why bring them back? But you never know with this team. So somehow they're just stuck. They got their head so far up Clay Holmes' ass, they can't see the sunlight. Luke Weaver is your closer. Done. He's the one who helped you win games towards the end. He's the one that's going to help you in the postseason. That's it. It's not Clay Holmes. If they bring in Clay Holmes to close out a game, like I said, unless they're up by 5 or 6 runs, I wouldn't take that chance. Sorry. Not to mention, I'm not getting into it. I've seen a lot of stuff on social media where there's this argument going on between Verdugo, Jason Dominguez. Listen, I like Jason Dominguez. Jason Dominguez is going to be a really good player for the Yankees in the future. And what I mean by this is people are saying, oh, he's horrible. He can't play. He didn't hit. Yeah, we get that. We see that. That's obvious. But guys, please realize Jason Dominguez was ready to come up last year. He came up last year and shined a real bright light on the fact that he's ready to play Major League Baseball. Jason Dominguez then got hurt. Lost pretty much a whole season. If you think about it, almost a whole season rehabbing with this UCL injury, only to come back from that, right? Didn't really have spring training, only do rehab stunts, only to come back from that to then have that oblique issue, right? Or the ab tear, whatever that was, only get injured again. So, guys, you got to understand, Jason Dominguez lost a year of development for the Yankees, right? Guys, hypothetically, if Jason Dominguez didn't get hurt when he tore the UCL, do you think the Yankees would have traded for Verdugo? Jason Dominguez would have been our left fielder this year, plain and simple. He's a switch hitter, and he can hit for power, and he can get on base, and he can make things happen. Do you really think the Yankees would have went and gone out and got Verdugo? They wouldn't have. So stop kicking this kid down. I get it. I want him to shine bright when he came up, but they called him up too before the season was over. That wasn't the plan. The plan was to get him reps, get him in the games, get him used to things, get him acclimated. That you can't do that in 2 weeks and expect everything to just pop off. It doesn't work that way. That's not being fair to him. Funny, you guys can sit there and watch Anthony Volpe screw up for about a year or two, going on 2 years now, but he's got the keys to the farm. Everything's good with him. I'm not picking on Anthony Volpe. I think Anthony Volpe has potential to be something great. It's whether or not he can sort out how to make those adjustments more quickly than what he is. It seems like he has to have an off season or some sort of break to make an adjustment, and he comes back strong, but he has tendencies of falling into the same bad habits, which I don't understand that. And it's either low baseball IQ or, listen, defensively, Anthony Volpe is a wizard. But right now, the offense, maybe he'll get another 20, 30 points during the offseason. He'll work on some things. And maybe next year listen, if he's 240 now or 243, whatever he ended his season at, maybe next year he gets to 20, 30 points, he'll be a 270 hitter. And I'm fine with that. If Anthony Volpe give you 270 and play stellar defense, what more can you ask for out of a young shortstop? And if he keeps progressing every year, that's great. Maybe he's just a slow starter. He is young, right? So the same thing should be given for Jason Dominguez. He's young. These guys are young guys. Ben Rice is a young guy. Well, Ben Rice is 25. But don't even get me started with that, But guys, give me a break. Give Jason Dominguez a chance over here. Anyway, for the Yankees series, the only thing that's going to beat the Yankees is the Yankees. If the offense shows up, I think the Yankees win. If the offense goes to sleep, they don't win. That's simple. Royals have good starting pitching. Regans, Lugo. I think Waka starts game 1. He's good. Team is not, except for maybe Alex Verdugo, believe it or not, has the highest batting average against Michael Waka, right? So that should be an interesting series on Saturday with Garrett Cole going on the mound. Guardians, right? Guardians versus Detroit. This series can go either way for me. I think Detroit wants this really bad. I think they want it really bad. I'm going to say I'm going to go out on a limb and give it to Detroit on this one. I'm going to give it to Detroit. Right. I don't what. So who's starting game one for Detroit? Let me see something here. Why is my it's not telling me. It's not telling me. And Andy Ibanez is a hero in Detroit, bro. He did his job. I mean, so Cleveland, this BB will be on the mound for Cleveland. We have no idea who's going for Detroit yet. Right. So no clue. As for the Mets and Phillies, I doubt we have any update on that series as well. Let me see here. Zach Wheeler is going to start for Philadelphia. Mets to be determined. We don't know. And that's fair. I think all these, we know Cole and Waka for the Royals, and then San Diego. It's going to be Dylan Cease for San Diego and Yamamoto for the Dodgers. So, God, this is going to be so interesting. So interesting. I don't know. Oh, Lord. So let's talk about. Let's just go into predictions. By the way, real quick, let me just say this. Rest in peace, Pete Rose. Pete Rose passed away on the 30th. And I'm sorry I haven't brought it up. I've been so busy. Rest in peace, Pete. He's never been, not going to get to the Hall of Fame and probably won't with all the gambling, charges. Although he bet on his own team to win, you can't gamble in baseball. So, but rest in peace, Pete Rose. I mean, what an all-time great hitter. Really jovial gentleman. Just a kid at heart, man. Just a good dude. So yeah, I just wanted to shout that out for Pete right there. So real quick with Dominguez and Verdugo, I think right now you want to go with Verdugo in the outfield, or you could start Dominguez and then bring in Verdugo for defensive replacements later in the game. Or if you start Verdugo, you can always use Jason Dominguez off the bench, right? So I would have loved to seen Oswaldo Cabrera, in the lineup for first base, but I guess that's not the case. So I don't know. I really wish they would give Oswaldo Cabrera more playing time, but they consider him a utility guy, and I guess he's the backup. Boone has said it that Oswaldo's the backup. So, I maybe. And sorry, real quick, not to get off subject here. In the interview that they interviewed Boone, they asked him if DJ LeMahieu was working out, or what's the chances of him to possibly be in a series. And he was like, "Oh yeah, he's working things out. We'll see how that goes." Bro, like seriously, just go. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. There's a lot of things up in the air. We'll see how it goes. Yep. Oh, man, it just bothers me. Anyway, so let's go to the predictions real quick. Let's show this up on the screen. So there it is. Everything is set. I'm gonna go with Detroit beating Cleveland. Once again, I don't condone gambling. These are just my picks. I'm gonna go with Detroit takes Cleveland. I'm gonna say the Yankees can beat KC if the Yankees offense shows up and the starting pitching shows up. I'm not too worried about the bullpen right now. I like the guys we have. If they stick with Canely, Tim Hill, Hamilton, and if Cousins is back and he's sharp, and Weaver, how the games are set up with days off, it's plenty of rest for the bullpen. You can use three out of those 5 guys every damn game because they're going to have a rest day. Perfect. There's no need to go to any other person that's pitching. You keep those 5 guys. Maybe throw Schmidt in there if you need him to for long innings. That's it. That's your bullpen. But we'll see how they manage that. So I'm picking Yankees versus KC. Mets versus Phillies. I'm gonna say the Mets take the Phillies. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say the Mets take the Phillies. With the win they got tonight, they're pumped. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Pete Alonso. You don't want to get this guy on a roll. So he's pumped up now too. He was probably sleeping before. Now he's pumped. So hats off to the Mets. San Diego and LA. San Diego and LA. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. I'm going with San Diego. I think LA might take it, but I'm going to go with San. I'm tired of seeing LA in the playoffs. So I'm hoping San Diego wins. LA's got some top-notch guys, but listen, San Diego's got Machado, Tatis Jr. Got some guys. They got some bats on there. They're not delinquents, right? They got pitching. So, and the San Diego bullpen is airtight. So I'm going with San Diego. That's my prediction for the American League and National League Division Series. Once we get to the ALCS and the NLCS, I'll tell you who I pick from there. So that's my prediction, guys. Nothing else really going on. Just want to let everybody know the Mets won. I thought they would wrap it up yesterday. They did it today. God bless them. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. There is my call to action for all you guys out there. I really appreciate you guys watching, listening, just getting my little insight on some Major League Baseball. Saturday, you can watch baseball all day long. Saturday's going to be a great day to watch baseball. I'm going to have to figure something out how to see these games. But with that said, we'll have to see how everything goes. I'm hoping the Yankees can do this. I think now is the time to win. I think now's the time. I think Giancarlo has great stats in the postseason. I think Aaron Judge is going to show up for the postseason. I know Juan Soto is. He has experience. Gleyber Torres usually does well in the postseason. I'm even going to go out on a limb. I'm going to predict something else. I'm going to predict that Alex Verdugo is going to have a good postseason. And Jazz Chisholm. Those 2 guys. We need the bottom of the lineup and other parts of the lineup to really get on base for Judge and Soto. Hopefully Austin Wells and Volpe are working on their swings, today, tomorrow, fine tweaking things. They've got some rest. They've got some time to think. They've got some time to work on some some fundamentals. That's what Boone said they were working on. I think that's all positive stuff. That's all positive stuff. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. I'm super excited about the playoffs. Super excited. Can't wait. So guys, once again, remember to like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate you guys watching. And maybe I'll come on Saturday after a couple of the first 2 games, and I'll come on again later in the evening or something. But thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Peace.